Hey guys, we are in Genoa, and I'm going to say something. Everybody goes to Rome, Florence and Venice, and they skip Genoa. Big mistake. This city has the food. The old town is unbelievable. It's on the water, and it costs half of what you pay in the tourist cities. Today we're going to show you exactly what you're missing, and by the end of this video, you're going to want to add Genoa to your Italy trip. So here what we are going to show you. First, the Old Town. It's one of the biggest medieval centers in Europe. The streets are so narrow you can touch both sides. After that, we're going to eat. Genoa invented pesto. This is where it's come from, so we're going to show you the real thing. Then we are heading to the port. It's the biggest in Italy, and there are actually a lot to do there. We'll show you what's spotted and what's not. And finally, we're going to give you our honest take. Is Genoa underrated, or is there a reason everybody skip it? We'll answer that in the end. We'll put all the prices on the screen so you can know exactly what to expect, because this city can be cheap or expensive depending on what you do. We started our trip in Genoa's Cristoforo Colombo Airport, and getting into the city couldn't have been much easier. Instead of taking an expensive taxi, we opt on the Valo bus, which runs regularly between the airport and the city center. It's affordable, convenient, and drops you close to the main train station, making it a great option for most travelers. Once you're in Genoa, getting around is surprisingly simple. The city has buses, metro, elevators, and even historic funicular railways that climb the steep hills surrounding the old town. We decided to ride one of the funiculars, and it turned out to be one of the highlights of our visit. In just a few minutes, we rode with spectacular panoramic views over Genoa's rooftops, the harbor, the Mediterranean Sea. So before you start exploring the city's famous streets, here's exactly how to get around like a local and make the most of your time in Genoa.
What a pleasant surprise was waiting for me when we went out of the funicular.
Funiculare.
What a way inside the mountain, all the way up.
Yes, and it's all included, one ticket, 1 day tickets, €10 for the metro, buses, train, and the funiculare. When you're here, you have to check up at least that funiculare. It's going to take you less than about 12 minutes to get to the top, and then this stunning view of Genoa from the top. Now that we have figured out how to get around, it's time to explore what makes Genoa truly special. Its historic old town. This is one of the largest medieval centers in Europe, filled with narrow alleys, hidden squares, and beautiful old buildings that make you feel like you've stepped back in time. But there is another reason people come here: the food. Genoa is the birthplace of pesto, so trying fresh pesto pasta is an absolutely must. We also stopped at MOG, Genoa's modern food market, where you can sample everything from local Ligurian specialties to fresh seafood, pizza, and traditional dessert, all under one roof. It's a great place to take a break, experience the local food culture, and taste some of the region's best flavors. Whether you're wandering through the historic streets or enjoying a meal at the market, this is where Genoa's historic and cuisine come together perfectly.
Dita? Prego, bellezza. Grazie. Buon appetito.
Farinata.
Farinata.
It's typically for this region of Italy. This one is ravioli.
No, it's typical. Usually the Genoa people, they put on inside the cappuccino.
Ah, really?
Yeah, for breakfast.
Did you hear that?
No, I
The Italian, he put this focaccia, the Genoa Italians, they put the focaccia inside the cappuccino
Yeah,
for the
for
morning,
breakfast.
for breakfast. I didn't know that. Tomorrow I will do it.
No visit to Genoa is complete without spending some time at Porto Antico, the city's historic waterfront and home of Italy's largest port. This area has been completely transformed into a lovely place filled with restaurants, cafes, museums, and plenty of space to simply enjoy the views. One experience we decided to try was a boat cruise, and honestly, it gave us a completely different perspective of the city. Seeing Genoa from the water really helps you appreciate just how impressive the coastline and the harbor. If you're wondering where to spend your money, I definitely recommend the boat cruise. It's a relaxing way to see the city and capture some incredible views you simply can't get from land. On the other hand, you don't have to spend money everywhere. Walking along the waterfront, watching the boats and enjoying the atmosphere is completely free and just as enjoyable. Sometimes the best experience in Genoa doesn't cost a thing. Before we leave the waterfront, there are one thing that's worth mentioning because it can actually save you time when you're planning your trip. Genoa isn't just a destination, it's also one of the best bases for exploring the Italian Riviera. The city is connected by frequent regional trains that make it incredibly easy to visit some of Italy's most beautiful coastal towns. From Genoa Piazza Principe or Genova Brione station, you can reach Santa Margherita Ligure in about 40 minutes. And from there it's just a short ferry or a bus ride to the famous village of Portofino. Continue a little further south and you arrive at Cinque Terre, where the 5 colorful villages are all connected by train. If you're planning to visit several places along the Riviera, staying in Genoa can actually be a smart choice. Hotels are often more affordable than those in Portofino or Cinque Terre. You will have much wider selection of restaurants and you're only a short train ride away from some of Italy's most spectacular coastline. So instead of changing hotels every night, consider using Genoa as your base and take an easy day trip along the coast. For us, it was one of the biggest advantages of staying here. Combine the energy of the real Italian city with the quick access to some of the country's most famous seaside destinations. So, after spending a few days exploring Genoa, the big question is it worth visiting? Our answer is absolutely yes, especially if you are looking for an authentic Italian city that's less crowded and more affordable than many of Italy's famous destinations. Hotels generally offer better value than Portofino or Cinque Terre, and restaurants prices are very reasonable. Expect to pay around 8 to 12 euro for a pizza, 12 to 18 euro for a fresh pasta dish, and about 2 euros for an espresso. If you're visiting the waterfront, we also recommend the boat cruise at around 15 euro per person. So is Genoa an underrated gem? We definitely think so. It's combined history, incredible food, a beautiful waterfront, and excellent transport connection, all at lower cost than many of Italy's most famous destinations. If you are planning a trip to the Italian Riviera, Genoa deserves a place on your itinerary.